morning. We are here with Michigan running back commit Benjamin Hall. So first off, how are you doing? And how was your spring? And I saw you tweeted out your spring, game highlights. So how did spring go for you overall?
It was good, just being able to show that my game is growing and I'm getting better, as well as, just letting everyone know how the season's going to go in terms of me just being productive and doing what I do.
So what are you at right now, in terms of height and weight?
5'11", 220.
Is that kind of where you want to be? Are you trying to get bigger or trying to slim down? Kind of where are you at?
Yeah, I'm trying to see how I feel at 215, but maintaining that's probably going to be a little tough. So.
Okay, so again, for maybe Michigan fans that haven't seen you play yet,
right,
how would you describe your game to them?
I think I do a little bit of everything. Good hands out the backfield, make moves in space, go run someone over, get the first down.
So you committed to Michigan. You had other offers. Take me back to that decision. Why was Michigan, I guess, the choice for you?
Right. We took the visit up there, and then we didn't want to rush anything, but we tried to figure out what it was missing, and we couldn't find out what it was missing, so we had to jump at the opportunity.
I know when I talked to you after that visit, a big thing you mentioned to me was Coach Hart, and just a relatable guy. So can you just talk about that relationship and how that's been growing since?
Yeah, it's a good relationship, man. Just outside of football, just talking and getting to know the guy and just creating a relationship bigger than football.
What about Coach Hart made you like him so much? Was it just that outside football approach? Was it just his knowledge of the game? Had been a legend at Michigan before.
Right.
What about him stuck out to you?
You get the best of both worlds, and someone who wants you to be great as a man, and then someone who has the tools to make you great as a football player as well.
So we talked a little off camera here. You committed to Michigan. That doesn't mean other schools start stopping because they still want you. You've even gotten offers. You've had other coaches swing by the school checking on you. So what are a couple of schools kind of recently showing interest in you?
Miami swung out for the spring game, and Georgia Tech offered me recently. Southern California came by the school, and I've still talked to South Carolina. They reach out every once in a while as well.
Gotcha. So is there anything to worry there in terms of Michigan and your commitment there? Are you pretty much solid?
I'm solid on that.
Gotcha. So you mentioned you took that visit. You plan on coming back?
For sure, yeah. My official visit is the 17th of June.
Okay, so this might be a little different because you're coming as a commit.
Right,
so,
right.
I guess, what do you want to take away? What do you want to see on this trip, this time around?
Just continue to build relationships with the staff and the players, and hopefully get my whole class together and really, get a great class for this 2023 class.
Now, some guys recruit, some guys aren't big recruiters.
Right.
That's going to be a big recruiting weekend, though.
Right.
Do you plan on putting that recruiting hat and kind of trying to work on a couple guys?
Got to, especially my dogs from Georgia who are going to go out there with me. Really just try to show them how great life could be away from Georgia.
So what guys from Georgia are you kind of currently working on then?
Well, I'm trying to get Paul, this D lineman out from Buford, and then there was another D lineman at Pace Academy, but he just committed to South Carolina. So.
Gotcha. So for guys like them that are from Georgia, coming from you, what do you tell a guy, trying to make that move all the way up to Michigan? Why is that the best fit for them?
You wanna try to find a new environment that you can adapt to instead of being coddled in the same environment. So if you could, take yourself away from your environment and say like a place like Michigan where they want you to thrive, why wouldn't you take the opportunity?
You mentioned Coach Hart. Now, how about Coach Harbaugh? Have you gotten to get to know him?
He's an odd guy. He has great conversations though, great topics. He's really relatable, down to earth kind of guy.
Anything stand out? How about the first time you ever met him? How was that experience then?
It was cool. You walk in there and you're just I'm sitting with the head coach of Michigan, but you have to realize he's just a person, he's just a human. Just talk, be normal, have a regular conversation with him, and you get to learn a lot about him.
So have they talked about, I guess, their plans for you once you get there? Do they want you to be a power back? Do they want you to be what's the game plan for you once you get there?
I think they believe I could be every down back, just like Haskins was and how Corum's going to be this year. Really just, playing my game, doing what I do here on that same level.
You're not the only back actually committed in the class.
Right.
Cole's in there too, but he's a little different. He's not like you as much. So what do you think about the dynamics with him and you kind of in the backfield? Maybe not at the same time, but just in the class. What do you think about that?
I think we complement each other well in terms of his breakaway speed and his able to get in open space and really go. So I think we'll both be able to play our role and play our position and really thrive overall, rather than just worrying about how you can do personally.
Have they talked to you about potentially taking a third back in this class, or no?
They mentioned it early on, but that was before I committed, so I haven't heard much about it since.
Gotcha. And if they were to take a third back, I'm not saying they are, but if they were, would that affect anything, or do you still be pretty much good with Michigan?
I'm sure I'd still be pretty good. I mean, I don't really give it much thought, so I'm sure I'd say the same.
I have to ask you, though, Michigan actually ran the ball pretty well quite last year. What did you think of all that, seeing that happen?
It's big. They got 3 guys near 1,000 yards. You know, they running the ball a lot. It's a great offense to be in if you're me.
Just last thing, man. What should Michigan fans, I guess, then expect once you get there, you know, in terms of what you can do and what you're going to bring on and off the field?
Right. I mean, I think a lot of them see me as a power back, but when you really get to watch my tape and really see what I can do, I can fill up the stat sheet in many different ways.
All right, that's Benjamin Hall, Michigan commit. Thanks for all your time, man.